Okay. It's your boy, Brandon Chung, because that's my name. And I'm back at it again, man. I'm back at it yet again. Episode 2 of Brandon Chung Podcast. What are you gonna do? Welcome back to the Brandon Chung Podcast, episode 2, man. Thank you so much, everybody, subscribing and all that stuff. That's awesome. You know, we're gonna talk about soccer cards, basketball cards. Maybe I'll dabble into a little bit of football cards. I'm gonna talk about a little bit of the macro economy part of it, man, and other stuff I want to talk about. I'm gonna talk about it. It's gonna be a very cool little episode here. I'm just experimenting, trying new things. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's just get straight into it. My first order of conversation, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I might do this, like, choose a player per episode, just talk about them a little bit. But dogs, okay, I'm listening to the soccer card world, right? I joined Facebook groups, I joined Discord groups, man. Everybody talks like, they say, do you guys have Ronaldo and Messi and Mbappe? Obviously, those three are the hot guys. Now, Neymar has finally came up, just because of a few reasons. Neymar, he won the French League Cup, which is not really that great, but he did. And, they're going to play in the Champions League. And since Mbappe's injured, Neymar's like the main star for that team. So it is a little bit of reactionary. Right. Sports Card Investor just recently put out an episode, the top 5 hottest cards, and the 5th guy was Neymar. So he did partially go up because of the what do you call it, the French League Cup, but also because it's Neymar. He's like the 3rd or 4th best player in the world. Neymar's gonna be a Brazilian legend if he keeps playing like this, right? He's so many Instagram followers, over 100 million Instagram followers, right? And then he's just so flashy. So he's inevitably just going to go up in price. And Zlatan is too, man. I wrote down a few of the reasons, right? I don't want to give away everything. Hold on. Okay, if you can see that, let me see. Yeah, you can see that properly. You can see that, right, guys? So anyway, I just wrote down a couple things, right? So why is Zlatan, one of these inevitably gonna go up price guys, right? He's a legend, man. He's scored so many goals throughout his career, right? So he's got the talent, obviously. Not just the productivity, not just the goal ratio, because of the way he scores goals. It's kind of like art, man. He scores these high flying kicks. He's just a bad dude on the soccer pitch. He's just a bad brother, man. I go look up Zlatan highlights, and they're very popular. And he's got this personality even when he plays, right? He has excellent headers, like high flying kicks and headers. You guys should check out his bicycle kick in the Euro tournament. I forget which year it was, but he scored this like 30-yard bicycle kick goal. Like, he does stuff like that, man. So he's just so exciting to watch, right? So this is why his price will inevitably go up. But it's weird. He's not technically a legend because he's still playing. He currently plays for AC Milan, which is an Italian league team. Italy is one of the best soccer leagues in the world, right? So let me tell you a fun fact of the day. So he plays for AC Milan. Okay, he scored 50 plus goals for AC Milan. Well, he played for Inter Milan way before, right? Basically, I think it was before he played for Barcelona, right? I think right before. Maybe I'm wrong, but he scored 50 goals for Inter Milan there. I think he's one of the first players to ever do that, score 50 goals for Inter and AC Milan. The fact that he even played for both those teams is crazy. And he's had a huge effect on other teams. Manchester United, for the little time he was there. He has an American demand because he played for LA Galaxy, and he was very flashy for them. And then he played, of course, for a long time for PSG. This is toward the latter end of his career. Well, people think so. But here's the other point I want to make. He's low-key playing really good. He kind of has that LeBron James effect, man. That Cristiano Ronaldo effect, man. How long ago? 5 minutes. Go. He literally called himself the Benjamin Button. Zlatan called himself the Benjamin Button. I agree with him. So his market value currently is at $3 million. I think if he was like actually 30 years old or something, playing at his current level, he'd be way more. But because he's 38, he's only $3 million. His contract expires very soon. I think I put down August 31st, but it might be July 31st. And I'm recording this on July 30th, I think. Am I? Wait. Yeah, I'm recording this on July 30th. So his contract with AC Milan is done pretty soon. So he's set to be a free agent very soon. Okay. Why is this important? Right. First of all, normally players usually get signed back within the team, with 6 or more months on their contract to go. But older players do not get the same love at all, even if it's Zlatan, right? Okay. So, yeah, he's 38 years old. Okay. So, Zlatan, man. People are like, is he going to stay at AC Milan? Is he going to leave? What could that do to his card prices? My guess, and it's sort of educated, not really. He has been getting transfer rumors to Leeds United. Who is Leeds United? They played in the English 2 league. I mean, what is it called? The Championship League. The English, which is the league right below the English Premier League. And Leeds got promoted to the English Premier League. So they've been heavily rumored. So I think he has a good chance to sign for Leeds, actually. I was going to say Newcastle as well, but here's a problem with that. The Saudi Arabian group, PIF, I don't know what they call that as, withdrew their bid from buying Newcastle. So right now, just like some English guy, I think, owns the Newcastle team. He's been trying to sell that team. I think he's just trying to keep his business afloat, not really trying to invest so much money in players. Because Saudi Arabian groups, Middle Eastern ownership groups of football clubs have historically been very spendy, have spent a lot of money on players. PSG, for example, and their group bought Zlatan Ibrahimovic, if I can remember correctly. Same thing for Manchester City, right? And yeah, I thought Newcastle was going to be one of those teams and just swipe up Zlatan, but I feel like Leeds is more predictable. I don't know if he'll sign back for AC Milan. I think he's already scored 50 plus goals. He did what he wanted to do. And I think Zlatan wants a new fresh start at the English Premier League. I think he wants to surprise people again, like he's always done. Zlatan has been historically known to be constantly switching clubs. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all if he goes there. That's my guess, right? So, what happens if Zlatan Ibrahimovic goes to Leeds United? What will that do to his prices? First of all, that will give him another Prism card for Leeds, right? I hope they don't give him a rookie card, but if he does get that rookie logo, just because it's technically his first Prism English Premier League card, then that card price I predict will go up massively just because it says rookie logo. So that's the other question. How much verification does a Prism logo get for the soccer cards? I would say not much, man. And it says a lot coming from Panini who they are and what they want to do. They have at least like 50 rookie cards or 100 rookie cards in their 300 card English Premier League set. But not really. A lot of them are rookies. One of the hot rookies is Adama Traore, but he's already like 24, 25 years old. And if I can remember correctly again, he's already played in the English Premier League previously. So, but he has a rookie card with Wolves. Oh, I don't know. I just don't know. And if I'm thinking, if Zlatan does go to the English Premier League, what will that do to his Euro 2016 prices, right? So that's why I picked up a couple of those. I picked up a couple of Zlatans here and there just because I know he's inevitably a legend, right? So, and that's another good, I guess, strategy is you probably want to buy like for all sports, buy like the old players who are about to retire, but you know they're going to be legends for sure. Like one example is Chris Paul. He's 34 playing for OKC. Nobody really talks about him, but he's one of the best point guards of all time, and he's very popular still as well. It's not like he's just not he's very popular. So yeah, so that's what I have to say about Zlatan, man. I think, what did I say? Yeah, some legends will always be undervalued and stay undervalued. That's another point. Zlatan will be probably even overvalued just because he's so flashy and popular. If you look at the other legends like Andre Pirlo, maybe even Sergio Busquets, right, holding CDMs. If you even look at Iniestas and stuff like that, Steven Gerrard's even. I feel like these legends won't get as much love because they're not as flashy or popular, or they don't play attacking positions. Therefore, people will never really gravitate toward those cards, unfortunately, and they're legends of the games too. So that's another thing when sports card investing. It's the personality factor is a very huge thing, or the popular factor. And it's unfortunate, man. But yeah. All right. 11 minutes. All right, that was good. NBA season, right? Okay. Here is, I'm just going to put this so simple. People have been putting up 30-minute videos. This is it, literally. NBA season playoff investing. It's just like, hold on. Sorry. Boys gotta eat. This is so rude. I'm eating while I'm talking. This is the most simplified thing for NBA season. Ready? Surprises and disappointments. That's it. For playoff investing, that's literally it. Who's gonna surprise you? Who has a great chance of surprising people? Right? Obviously not the Lakers, because people have an expectation versus reality chart right here. And this applies for everything in life, really. But so people have an expectation of LeBron James to win an NBA championship. So if he does anything worse than that, you know what I mean? What will his card prices do? Well, probably not much, because he is the almighty of almighty blue chip stocks. But maybe Anthony Davis might take a temporary hit. But what about the developed players? Okay, Zion Williamson, let's take him. People think he's going to do incredible, right? Just because his card price is doing so much. So he has to play very well he has to get to the playoffs and play extremely well in the playoffs to have his reality overcome his expectation. So expectation versus reality is a very true thing. Even for like Jason Tatum, people expect him to play well, right? Or what if Giannis wins a championship? Will his price really go up that much? Because if I remember correctly, Patrick Mahomes won the NFL's, Super Bowl, and his price actually went down a little bit because people were kind of expecting him to do that. All right. What if Luka gets to the Western Conference Finals? Well, obviously his price is going to go up. So just include these scenarios with every player in your watch list. Let's say your watch list included some nice, let's use that strategy of the older player type of deal. Like similar to Zlatan. So let's take Chris Paul. I don't know. Let's take Dwight Howard, Rajon Rondo, right? Let's just take those three. What if Chris Paul balls out and just gets 35 in the playoffs one day? His price might heat up a little bit. What if OKC even takes a series from like a Houston Rockets team or something? Who knows, man? Also, what if James Harden reaches the finals? I guarantee nobody thinks the Rockets are getting to the finals. So, but then look at the flip side. How realistic is it for Chris Paul to help win a series for OKC, or how realistic is it for James Harden to actually reach a finals? And these are some just different options you have to weigh when you're investing. Like, that's literally it. That's what you have to do, man, for any sort of short-term playoff investing. Because sports card investing in collecting of stuff is a lot of time based off events and stuff. It's very a reactionary market. People are weird, man. Most of people, they want to get a hot thing, and something gets old after a while. What's next? What's next? It's just like, they just want a new lady all the time. They like, ooh, look at her. They date her for 3 weeks. She kind of whatever. She wants to talk. What's next? Everybody's doing this. Everybody's doing this. Hey, what's next? What's next? So you just have to take that into account, man. So a whole bunch of what ifs, right? Okay, you want me to guess? My guess is the Los Angeles Clippers will win the NBA Finals. I know that they have people out, but I'm thinking long term, man. They got Kawhi and Paul George as 2 superstars. They got excellent bench. They got excellent depth. Landry Shamet, Patrick Beverly, Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell. I don't know if any of those dudes are missing or not. I don't know. But excellent defensive team, right? A genius head coach. Doc Rivers, I think he can draw particular plays and particular sets when they need it at the end of the game and stuff like that. Yeah, I like the Los Angeles Clippers, man. Like, and that's another thing. Like, Kawhi's Prism card is already like $1,000 raw. So how much higher can that go? Honestly, maybe it could go higher. I have no idea. So anyway, that's an NBA, because the NBA is coming back tonight. Or as I speak, it just tipped off. The Pelicans, right? All right. So now, next topic of conversation: World Cup investing, bro. Oh, another thing to do for NBA investing is to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Anyway. Oh, I'm getting good at this now. World Cup investing. All right. I want to address this, right? We've been hearing everybody, ooh, I'm picking the cards up for the 2022 World Cup. I'm picking cards up for 2026. Oh, Pulisic is a good play. Oh, I'm going to snag up all this player and that player before the World Cup. That's lovely. I do agree with that. Handy dandy. Just a warning to investors and people. The World Cup is in December of 2022 at Qatar. There's a lot of problems in that sentence. First of all, let's take it one step at a time. First of all, the World Cups are normally played in summer, June, right? No, this one's in December. So that's a risk. It could be good. What will the soccer card market be like in 2.5 years? I don't know. We can't predict these things. Will it taper off a little bit? I don't know. Will it be at the peak? I don't know. Should you flip the cards before the World Cup starts or during? Or guys, I don't know any of this. I'm not a time traveler. But what I can say is, you just have to you have to just see what the demand is doing. See what the sports card market is doing just week by week, okay? Now you can prepare for your World Cup. That's cool. But on the flip side, just make sure that the demand is ever so increasing little by little, right? And in that way, you can tell when a market's coming down. You know, a 2.5 years market from now is not set in stone. There's so many variables that can play. Anything can change at any moment, right? This is just straight up information. And also another thing, Qatar, right? It kind of irks me low key. It kind of irks me that Qatar even got the chance to host the World Cup. It doesn't make sense, right? It's just such a tiny region, just such a small fraction of what Saudi Arabia is. Yes, they are a prominent, very rich, one of the wealthiest countries and things like this. But the infrastructure. Oh, okay. And let me explain this really, really quick. You need infrastructure to host a World Cup. Like not just stadiums, not just fields. You need a lot of public transits are a huge problem, like trains and cars going from place to place and things like this. That's like a major one. And other problems are you need hotels, right? You need a bunch of hotels. You need a bunch of housing areas temporarily. A bunch of places to stay. You need first aid clinics, right? Then you need practice facilities. Okay, you want to host concerts and stuff. Okay, then you're gonna need venues for these things, or you can use a stadium. But even then, you're gonna need places to hold supplies, and you're gonna need all sorts of stuff. And Qatar, I know they're making it that stuff, but they have to build all of that. So here's the problem: if the country runs out of money, right? And I don't think they will, but if they do, then they'll run out of money. I think this World Cup is probably going to cost Qatar 100 to 200 billion, which is way more than any other World Cup, right? But this is just straight truth because they have to build everything from the ground up. Okay, another problem. You should look up Qatar corruption, World Cup, right? There's a lot of World Cup corruption. Watch Tifu Football's video. This was made 3 years ago. He made a video saying approximately like 1,000 workers died working for the World Cup Qatar group because Qatar didn't do anything for their employees. They didn't let the employees leave. The employees had to work long, like 10-12 hour days or even longer in extremely hot weather and severely hot, like damaging like conditions, right? Man, just, like what is like Qatar, man? There's a lot of FIFA corruption, man. They're like, I don't even know how Qatar got the bid for the 2020. It still baffles me, right? And then Russia getting 2018 was a little bit questionable as well. So 2014 Brazil and 2018 Russia had a lot of problems with the World Cup. Okay, now how does this relate to soccer card investing? Well, it's kind of like an unethical thing, but if you guys want your cards to go up, right, you're kind of hoping for these workers to keep on working in the conditions they are. So in a way, indirectly, people are pretty cool with what Qatar is doing right now. And 1,000 workers have died from that World Cup process, what they're currently doing. And there's nothing we can do about it. I mean, it's very hard to stop. Because Qatar and the FIFA corporation and everybody is such major entities, we can't do anything about it, right? I simply think people will listen to this and just simply will not care. Like they'll say, ooh, they'll be sad for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then after that, and it's just an unfortunate thing, right? But we just have to live with that. That there's going to be at least 4,000 or 5,000 workers that are going to die trying to set up this World Cup. But I think people are more in it for the money. So let's just talk about that, right? I know this is reality. I keep it so real with you, man. I keep it so real with these people. Just straight up. That's why I like 2026 World Cup better. Even though the soccer card market has a lot higher chance to wane off in the future. But USA has very strong infrastructure. Mexico and Canada have decent infrastructures as well. We're a prominent country, and that's going to bring major soccer attention to a prominent country, a country where we can spend money on sports memorabilia. We have discretionary income. Qatar does as well, but their population is way smaller. So, what was I going to say? What was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, preparing for World Cup investing cards. So just realize that Qatar might not even have a World Cup because they have so many challenges, so many things to face. They might not be able to do all of these things. And I mentioned the corruption. What if they do get caught? What if they do get sued, right? What if another major entity comes to FIFA and say, hey, what you're doing is extremely wrong? So they might have to temporarily cancel the World Cup or relocate the World Cup. Okay, I'm about to finish up, but that's very true, man. So people just assume there's definitely going to be a World Cup, but I don't know. Because other World Cups, right? And even Rio 2016, Brazil had major infrastructure problems, and they were hiding their level of poverty. So so a lot of these things is very unethical. Anyway, so my conclusion, like, no, not my conclusion, but what would my advice be for you after listening to this? Do your research, man. If you want to invest in World Cup, you got to research all, like, a World Cup too, and the soccer cards. If you just want to buy some basketball cards, research the NBA business. Research LeBron James and Kevin Durant prices. Build a spreadsheet. Compare like 5 to 12 different players, and watch their highlight videos of each of those players. Really analyze, really watch basketball breakdowns and things like this. Do your research, man. Please do your research. If you want to leave a comment, let me know. If you have any, like, topic ideas for the next podcast, like future episodes, let me know as well, man. If you guys really do like this video, the like button would be very lit, right? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's been your boy Brandon Chung. Okay, man. Until next time.